Okay, so by the end of this episode, I'm going to know everything, and everything's going to make 100% sense.
Oh, not at all.
What's up?
You will understand something. All right. Yeah, I don't know why I had to psych myself up for that. I was thinking about Baccano.
Why?
Because that's the show we're doing. Hello and welcome back to another episode of First Reaction Fan Reaction. I am your host, Cailin. There with me is my co-host,
Dara Whitman.
How's it going, Dara?
It's going.
Is it going?
It's going.
We are back on the Baccano train, of course.
Well, we were just on it like 2 minutes ago.
Yes. No, we took a pause. Now we're back on the
pussy.
We're riding that pussy. And we are today going to talk about some Baccano episode 7. Everything starts aboard the Advenna Avis. And episode 8, Isaac and Miria unintentionally spread happiness around them. And I'm looking forward to talking about these episodes. And I was hoping that you might like these ones. What did you think of them? Yes.
I like them.
Yay!
Yay, for once.
Oh, for once, yeah. I was hoping to get at least a little bit in there.
Well, the thing is, it was an episode where stuff got in, some interesting stuff was happening, or we were just following characters that I actually really like.
Yes, and
the title for the episode 8 was incredibly accurate.
It was incredibly accurate. They don't lie in this show. Sometimes they just don't tell you things, but they don't lie. So we're going to start off with, of course, episode 7, which is Everything Starts Aboard the Advenna Avis, and that title's also extremely accurate.
Right.
Because that's where it all starts, folks.
Yep.
And this is noticeably an episode that doesn't have a lot of... It all takes place one time in one place. There is a little bit of jumping as far as out of order... storytelling, but that's just a part of the show and kind of how it works, and it's always fun. But we're going to start with a synopsis on this episode. So we're going to open up not in 1930, not 1931 or 1932, but 1711.
Great.
1711.
Why are we back? No.
We're on a boat.
I'm on a boat, and I thought we were going...
We were going back to the boat.
Is there a ghost?
Who's there?
It's the rail tracer. Wait.
Oh, it's a SCHLORP.
That poor guy got schlorped.
Oh, okay. So he was an immortal, and the SCHLORPy, the Phantom of the SCHLORP is an immortal.
The Phantom of the SCHLORP. Everything starts aboard the Advenna Avis. We are on board a ship called the Advenna Avis. So, that's already started. So we saw a glimpse of this ship in the first episode. There's actually one shot that also gets shown in the first episode, but it's a blink and you miss it kind of moment. And this episode starts with a gentleman walking on a ship, an old-timey ship around the 1700s. And something reaches out and schlorps him.
The Phantom of the ship.
The Phantom of the SCHLORP.
That works for me. I'll give you that.
It is the Phantom of the ship who also schlorps. And of course, as we know, schlorping is that thing that happens when an immortal puts a hand on an immortal and wants to eat them.
So we can keep calling it schlorping, or the other thing would be the quickening, because that's kind of what the quickening is.
Yes. I kind of like schlorp.
I like schlorp better. It just reminds me of for reference, it's like the quickening.
So we get our title card that lets us know what's going on. And we start off the day before somebody gets schlorped. And we start off with these two characters by the name of Greta Avaro, who noticeably is the brother of Maisa, who we know. We actually know Maisa, of course, but we know him from 1930 and not 1711.
Because apparently
we had an inkling that he was an immortal based on some things that we've seen.
But it's very immortal.
But he's been around.
He's at least 300 years old.
Yeah, at least 200 plus years old. So now, interestingly, his brother has some kind of concerns because he's not really into this alchemy thing. So they're alchemists, basically. And they're searching out the Grand Panacea, which is, of course, the one cure-all thing.
So that's the secret formula, technically.
Yes, Grand Panacea is the secret formula.
All right, but what's his brother's name? His brother's name?
Greto,
so not Greta.
Yeah.
Okay,
Greto.
They
say it the way they say it, like Greto. It's like a... So
they make it sound like old country, but I thought they were French.
I don't think they are French.
Lafayette's French.
Lafayette's French, but I think I think Maiza made a comment about being Russian. Did I have that right? Hold on.
Are they from the old country? I can't do a Russian accent.
No, not Russian. Where is he from? Where is this mofo from? Hold on.
Is that not a spoiler? I mean...
Maybe
Well, it's
they are.
funny
Maybe
because
they are
he very much talked like this, and then as time went on, he got that like a New York accent.
Yeah.
I can't do accents, except for like my Valley girl and sometimes a Southern accent.
Oh, he's Italian.
He's Italian?
That makes sense.
That does make okay.
Not obviously not everyone's Italian, but Maiza's Italian.
Okay.
But
So that means Greto's Italian.
Greto is Italian.
Greto.
And he is with his
Lady Love?
with his lady love.
Who's not his sister, thank God. I got concerned.
No. So yes. So he's while Maiza seems like he's an alchemist and he's like into this idea of finding the grand panacea, what we later come to know as immortality. Greto is like not all on board. He's like kind of hesitant because he would rather kind of live a limited life with the girl he loves, who is Sylvie Lumiere.
I'm so scared, Sylvie. What Maiza is trying to do. A devil summoned by alchemists. Immortal youth. Eternal life. I'm not sure mankind is ready. As long as I'm with you, I truly don't care when this life ends.
Are they siblings?
No.
You somehow
thank God.
no. Eternal life. So as long as
don't
I'm
scare me
with
like that.
you, I know there is nothing to be afraid of.
Sylvie. You accept that?
Why would you want to like live? But like if they both drank it,
Yeah.
like, you know.
Right. But it's and because it sounds like they're going to do some kind of questionable things to get to achieve immortality.
Like Satan?
So like we get it. Yeah, like Satan.
Great.
It's fun. So of course amongst the people on the boat, we see Sillard Quates, who is the old scary guy who likes the SCHLORP people. And he actually isn't totally on board with everything that's going on. He's kind of a skeptic. He doesn't believe in summoning demons.
But wasn't he? But was he immortal before the?
No, it's more of it's the out of sync storytelling that's showing us that
Yeah, but like he was slurping people.
he was slurping people, but not before they became immortal.
No, I know that, but like I kind of thought that like. But keep going. We'll get to it. I'm confused about that part, honestly.
Yeah.
I have complete faith in Maiza.
It is absolutely heretical
In
for
Maiza.
an
Maiza.
alchemist
Maiza.
to summon
The
a
Maiza.
demon.
I'm surprised. I thought you were a
Are they from the old country?
This.
If we must involve
That
some
Maiza?
devils, that is merely the price to pay for changing
No, Maiza
mankind's
looks like Maiza.
history.
Wait, is it the old?
Obviously, it's
Yep.
a bunch of nonsense.
But what if it is possible?
What's happening?
Our friend Maiza could be one of the greatest alchemists ever.
Also, I don't think they would say
Synesius or
Maiza.
Zosimos.
So there's a couple different people. They like name names. This wiki is really good with like naming names of all these really small characters because there's a Dinkuro Togo, there's a Victor Talbot, there's a Lebro Fermé Viralesque. Anyway, and so
Are they important?
not really.
Okay.
Yes, trying about finding the grand panacea, and of course, Salad is a skeptic, but Maiza, people kind of seem like they're putting their faith in Maiza. Maiza seems like a good dude.
Which I was interested in because I thought it was Lafayette that was. What's his actual name?
Huey Laforêt.
Yeah, I thought like he was the one because everybody was like talking about him as a god, but it sounds like Maiza's more of the.
Well, it's all about. I think it's all about what you do with the power you got. I mean, like
Well,
Huey's still, he's still immoral. So like,
But does he have the information?
that we don't know.
Is he just lying to these white coat people who are getting murdered on the train?
So I'm not quite sure. We don't know yet what Huey Laforêt's story is, because especially in this episode, he seems like he's just like a guy who like is in the background, is just like to be kind of a smug asshole. Just like, hey,
I feel like he's
It's
got
me.
I think he's got a plan.
Huey Laforêt.
Huey. That which is below is like
Huey.
that which is above.
Marquis de
That
Lafayette?
which is above is like that which is below. And as all things have been, and arose from one by the meditation of one,
That's not
so
Misa.
all things have their birth from this one thing by adaptation.
He's got a nice
The
hair,
sun
though.
is his father, the moon is...
Also, it's all the French's fault.
Oh, is it Flush?
That's also
When a
And
true
neither of us are
alchemist
French.
enters into his arena, people's lives will forever be changed. As they live will change. I say, let it come.
He seems fine. We are like formally introduced to Huey Laforet, which is the first time we've seen him.
Yeah.
Because we've only talked about him. We've only heard his name kind of mentioned in passing, but we don't know what he looks like. We don't know what his deal is. Here we get kind of a better idea what his deal is, in the sense that we know that he is on the Advenna Avis, and he becomes an immortal, which we kind of had an idea of, but we didn't really know what his deal is. So that's that. So let's see. And so it's time to we're gonna summon a demon, everybody.
Great. Sounds like a great plan.
That sounds like a great
What can
plan,
go
right?
wrong? Well, I guess nothing. Well,
The weird thing is it goes right.
it does. I feel like the demon's got other plans.
Mm-hmm. So, but before that, we do kind of, as we're kind of setting this up, we do get kind of some flash forwards to people who are getting schlorped. That's Misa.
Misa?
Everyone together.
So mine's is old.
What is closed? There's no sign of Pierre.
Wait, is this Satan?
Italo's gone too.
Who?
What is happening here?
What? No, but there's a pentagram.
Yeah.
So it's Satan?
They are probably summoning some forces that some may dub satanic. Oh, hello. Oh, who's that?
I thought you can only soul suck immortals.
He didn't really schlorp them, did he?
The
Oh, we also, I don't think I said this, we are also introduced to a character named Elmer. Elmer C. Albatross.
Elmer Fudd?
Elmer Fudd. He was just like a jovial sort of fellow.
He seems nice.
He just wants everybody to be happy. And, like, who doesn't? So we appreciate you, Elmer. We don't really know what your deal is, but, like, we appreciate you.
But we haven't seen him anywhere else?
Not to my knowledge.
All right.
So we're going to go back to the ceremony. So everyone, I guess there's nothing better to do on a boat going across the ocean, so might as well
What kind of
just,
boat
like,
is this? Because, like, there was, like, rich people on there, but then it kind of just felt like a, oh, what am I thinking? Like, stowaway boat? Not a stowaway boat. Just like a pirate ship, kind of? Or like a cargo ship? Cargo ship.
Oh, cargo ship.
That's what I meant.
I'm not quite sure what kind of boat it is.
Okay.
I probably could look this up. Hold on, that's what we have a wiki for, everybody. Advenna Avis. That's how it's their emoji. So it's a ship that transported 30 passengers, most of whom were alchemists from Lato Valentino to North America in 1711.
But they didn't, like, but Dodger was there, and I don't think the kid was an alchemist. By the way, Dodger's freaking old.
Oh, poor kid.
Why did they give kid immortal juice when he's a
I think
kid?
they were just really excited without realizing the ramifications of that is a child who will never age now.
You idiots.
You've ruined him.
You idiots. You wait until they're at least, like, what age does your brain stop developing? Developing?
25?
I feel like that's a good age to take immortal juice.
More just
Maybe wait till 30. Like, 30 seems like a nice
30
age.
is also a good one. So,
I
like,
think-
between like 25 and 30. Not a bad time to drink that immortal juice.
Not 12.
No, that poor small child, who's not a small child. It's a grown man in a small child's body. Horrible. Awful.
It's like Interview with the
Terrible.
Vampire.
Terrible.
With, like, Kirsten Dunst, who was, like, 12, but then
Yeah.
became a vampire at 12.
Mhm.
Oh, I think in the book she was actually, like, 6.
Oh, even worse.
And then when she gets older, in the
Oh.
6-year-old body.
Oh, that's awful.
Yikes.
Oh, honey. So, as they're kind of gathered for the ceremony, because there's obviously nothing better to do on this boat than just, like, go see, like, hey, somebody's trying to summon a demon. Y'all want to watch? Sure, I'll bring popcorn.
The outcome of this ritual is uncertain. Performing it may be the wrong choice for me as well as everyone here. This man, I never saw him age, or my grandfather before me. This is because 300 years ago, he summoned before himself a devil. A devil who gave him the secret to the Grande Panacea. He likely still walks among us, without having aged a day. obtaining the secrets.
So we're asking the
I
devil.
wholeheartedly
Yeah.
believe there is more to be gained
Just
in
the
trying
devil.
than in
Yeah.
being stubborn,
Just calling him.
refusing to move forward at all. Then Kuro. Great.
So Greta and dude.
The goodness of the wicked. The
Oh,
one,
is that
the one
a-
who sees and the one who is seen.
Marquis
Thou
de
art the
Lafayette.
creator
No.
of all destruction.
They had a picture of like a
The lover of all
girl.
men thou dost
Is
despise.
that
Enough.
Hello. Misa says the person who taught him this ceremony was also a man who never aged.
Do we know who that is?
We don't know who that
Does that
is.
matter?
I don't think it does. It seems
'Kay.
more anecdotal than anything. So this person apparently had summoned demons 300 years before, and so he's going to do the same thing. So Maisa, Greto, and a fellow named Denkuro step into the circle, and they do a chant, but the demon shows up, and he's like, yo, what's up?
Hi. But it sounds like Viggo Mortensen. I know it definitely wasn't Viggo Mortensen.
Who actually voices the demon?
It just kind of sounded like Aragorn, and now I kind of want to watch Lord of the Rings. I think that's on HBO Max. I might.
Who was the voice cast? Who was the voice cast?
Of the demon.
That's funny. Oh, I forgot about this.
What?
Nothing. The demon is voiced by Chuck Huber.
Don't.
No, he does voiceover stuff.
Okay.
Oh, he was Stein in Soul Eater, who my one friend says has a very hot voice in the English dub. So that's a special shout out to my friend there. I will not name you on this show, but I understand what you're talking about now. So anyway,
Okay.
oh, that's very funny. Hold on, I'll cut this part out.
Apparently, you found a thing that he can't tell me about.
No, I absolutely can't tell you about this.
Well, I know by the end of the show.
Maybe. It depends if it's like a little thing, but if it comes back, it comes back.
What's the point?
But
Baccano?
Baccano. I'm just going back because it is going back and forth into like we see like in the future before people become immortal, things don't seem to be going great because people are getting schlorped and attacked and all
How
that
many
kind of
people are getting schlorped, though?
It doesn't seem like many because we still see that some people are, hanging out. Like, we get a glimpse that, there's still some immortals running around later. But enough people are getting schlorped that it probably presents a problem. But you know what? It doesn't matter because during the ceremony here we see the demon, who is very interesting because the idea of a ritual to him is more like a charade than anything. It's just like people just like saying things because the terrifying thing about this demon is that he knows everything already. Like he's been watching them already. Like he already knows even what they're thinking without him needing to be summoned.
Right.
What's going on in there?
I don't know. It's a monster. There's something evil in there.
It's the real tracer. No.
The voice I heard was the devil for sure.
No, he was always a boat chaser, but then trains came along. It's like, well, this is better. Somebody save the Sylvie?
Hello.
The words you use to summon me are nothing more than tedious trinkets. The simple thought of my being brings me instantly into your midst.
Ooh, scary.
Aragorn?
There is no
It sounds like
need to
Viggo
call
Mortensen.
me by any name, much less devil.
Which I'm fine with.
You alone I will tell how to create what you call the grand panacea.
Oh.
But why only me?
Drink this and you will become immortal. Drink and you will know everything.
Wait, is
But
this like a
first,
legitimate version of
you
Mormonism?
must
Mormonism?
No!
You desire to stop the hands of
Think
time,
about it.
old man.
This demon, of course, is very powerful, and he's able to be like, yo, y'all want some juice? And he just summons like a big thing of,
And just kinda-
of the secret formula.
I think he's just more like fascinated by like it's like that one Twilight episode that I can't remember the name of that freaked me out as a kid.
Oh, really?
It was like a thing of like I forget the name of it. Maybe you're editing, so you have to look it up.
Yeah.
But the plot is like there's a crash and like the power goes out and nobody in the town like knows what is happening, and then they all kind of go against each other and I think get murdered. That was the point of the aliens. So they
Okay.
wanted to see what would happen.
Right.
So I think that's what the demon is doing. It's like I'm just gonna give him this immortal juice and let's see what happens.
Yeah, and it seems it's so interesting because there's a conversation later with the demon, and it's just a very interesting. The character motivation I think is really interesting here. But anyway, so we got some juice, and it's anybody who drinks the juice, congrats, you're immortal. Right. So you asked how they become immortal. You're like, it's not just all secret formula, is it? It is actually.
No, but it wasn't like human-made secret formula.
No, correct. Yeah, so it was gifted juice from Satan.
Wait, sure there wasn't any parallelism Mormonism?
What?
I said, you sure there wasn't any parallelism Mormonism?
We probably shouldn't comment on that on the show. I make your own decisions. But anyway, so people drink some juice. The first person to drink is Sillard. So he's
so
like...
So Misa didn't drink it first?
I think Misa... No, actually, I think Misa was not quite the first one.
But he was just the one with all the info.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Nothing more than a fake.
Perhaps this will help you believe.
Ooh, that happened.
Rip Sillard.
No, but he... I always like anime scare face.
Schlorp. Schlorp. Re-schlorp. Unschlorp.
So everybody wants it now.
How does it feel?
Wait, I thought he was only going to tell Marquita Lafayette.
How to make it.
So we don't know how he made it.
We don't know. We don't know what the secret formula is.
Oh, so like Satan gave the secret formula.
There is enough gentleness.
I'm concerned.
Yes, oh, you should be.
I'm concerned about what this means. But like, Misa seems okay. Girl, drink it.
Sip, sip.
Mazel tov.
So it's like, this is ridiculous. He like takes a sip and it doesn't do anything. Like you don't really feel it in your body. He's just like, this is stupid. And the demon decides to demonstrate by lobbing his head. Like he's just shoop, just like that.
Like you do.
And everyone is rightfully horrified.
Mm-hmm.
Just absolutely traumatized. But it's okay. He came back.
So it worked.
Yeah.
We did it. And then all of them are like...
Everyone are like, oh, I need my juice.
Right.
And you get drunk.
Question.
Yeah.
So besides Misa, that guy, the old guy, Dodger, is there anybody else on that ship that we know? Like, from, like, before? Because the other characters who I know are immortal, and I don't know how they became immortal.
Yeah. Correct. Most of the people that we like who are immortal are not on the ship.
Okay. So they're not like
Dodger, Misa.
Something like Fiora and Christian Bale. They're not like insanely old.
No.
Also, are they half immortal?
Oh, you mean like partially?
Like they can age, but they can't die by. So they're full immortal?
They're full immortal, yeah.
Except for Dallas, maybe?
Right. Yeah. As far as characters that we know, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we still need to find out that.
Still need to find out that.
Well, I think I know how Christian Bale becomes immortal, let's be real.
Right.
Which is fine.
I'm
gonna drink this booze. Let's see what happens.
Y'all wanna drink?
Oh no, that poor family.
Oh boy. So
but everybody drinks it and they give it to a 12-year-old for some reason.
And they're like, hey child, drink up. And he's like, cool. And it's like, that was a bad decision.
That was such a bad decision.
So Misa's brother Greto is kind of hesitant because like that was a conversation they were having earlier. But we do see him drink it. And you can see that Sylvie, his lover, I don't know if they're married or not, is hesitant as well.
Yeah. But I feel like if one of them drinks, maybe the other person should drink it. Because at that point, like, I mean, I guess if you're immortal, like, you don't know if you're actually going to be okay with each other forever. But then, like, I think it was like a vampire movie where, like, they were both immortal. Mm-hmm. And they just, like, kind of, like, weren't together. Like, they were, like, really, really old. And they were married. But then they were just, like, kind of, like, not, they just didn't, like, see each other for, like, several centuries.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of the thing with the movie Hancock. Does anybody remember the movie Hancock? Hancock took a weird turn halfway through where it like became a completely different movie. It was really interesting.
Is that the one with Will Smith and he's like a drunk superhero?
Yeah.
Okay.
You ever see that one?
No.
Okay, then the movie gets way different.
I heard like it's like fun until like a point and then it gets weird.
It's interesting. It was interesting. I was very interested by that movie.
You don't want to spoil it?
Do you want me to spoil it?
You can.
Okay, well, I'm going to spoil Hancock, everybody, if you haven't seen it.
Spoiler alert.
It's been like 10 years. But, no, so they're super powered. Like it's a bunch of there used to be a bunch of super powered individuals. And what they do is they basically pair off, and then when they are together with their love, they become like more mortal. And so then they can be killed that way.
When they get together?
But yeah, when they like spend too much time with like their love.
Oh.
So a lot of them paired off and just like died. But then we find out the one character who we thought was just like some random person is actually, he has amnesia. It's actually like his lover. But it's interesting because they like love each other, but she is actually already married with like a kid and everything. And so they make a decision that like she's going to go live out her life doing that, and he's going to go do his thing, and they'll eventually get back together. But it was really interesting because like they're immortal.
Oh, okay.
And they do love each other, but there was like some things that happened, and he had amnesia. But then, so like they end where they're like, we'll be together one day, but we're immortal, so we can do whatever the heck we want. So she gets to live out her
Question,
life.
'cause I think I remember like seeing clips of the girl. Was it Elizabeth Banks or Charlize Theron?
Oh my god, for
I feel like it was one of them.
But Hancock? I would guess Charlize Theron.
That's what I'm
But
thinking.
I also just watched The Old Guard last night, which Charlize Theron also plays an immortal.
She is immortal.
It is Charlize Theron.
All right.
Hot. So anyway, I watched The Old Guard last night, and
Is it the Netflix movie?
Yeah.
Okay. I literally was gonna say something else, but I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Hot. So
Baccano. You have a crush on Charlize Theron?
Not exclusively, but in that movie, I was like,
have you seen Atomic Blonde?
I did not. No, I know I should see that.
It's fun. It's not good.
Right.
I approve, but you can see it.
Yeah. But we do get some backstory of kind of, we've talked about this because from things that we've inferred and kind of things that information I've given you. But there are some quirks to immortality, of course.
Certain conventions
Can immortals
you
have kids?
must understand about
good question.
immortality. What if the time comes when you wish to die? Seek out one of your friends and have them devour you. Not in the traditional sense, but by their right hand. They simply place their right hand on your head and think, I wish to eat. And you will be absorbed completely into them. If you wish to give knowledge, place your right hand on the person's head. Nothing more.
So it's kind of like Highlander.
I have made it so that those who drank may never use false names.
Your name?
Name.
Why does that matter? Who cares?
Perchance you wish to learn
It's about
how
honesty.
to
It's not gonna tell them.
Baccano. So the demon says, like, if whatever you're ready to die, basically, just go find another mortal and just like hook them up and just be like, ask them to you have to like put your right hand on the head and be like, I wish to consume or eat or whatever the
So you
specific,
said to
or
like, so you
devour.
go like that, and then you like think it.
Yeah, and you're like, tasty, and then you schlorp them, and then in doing so, of course,
But it's consensual slurping.
It is. The idea is that it would be consensual slurping. That's not always the case because you can, in fact, unconsensually schlorp somebody.
As we find out.
Don't recommend it, please. If you're going to schlorp anybody, make sure it's consensual. This has been a note from Witty Close. The more you know. Thank you. So when you do that, you will gain all of the memories and experiences and skills of a person, and
like the quickening.
Yes. And another thing that we've heard hint of, but like, didn't really hear explicitly explained, is that any person who's an immortal, there needs to be a level of transparency, so they cannot use false names when they're in close proximity of them.
But what happens if they do?
They can't.
Oh, like no matter.
Yeah. So because we do see that in episode 2, where Dodger, of course, introduces himself, and he had no intention of using his real name, but it just came out as his real name.
Oh.
And so then he goes, "There's an immortal on this train."
Who else was immortal on the train? We don't know yet.
We do know, but we don't know. But it's more fun if I don't tell you.
Okay. Is Jacuzzi immortal?
No, a Jacuzzi's not an immortal.
Are we sure? Can he be?
Jacuzzi's very.
Oh wait,
immortal.
Isaac.
Isaac. And
I forgot that he had the thing with the thing. Mm-hmm. Okay. But Isaac doesn't know.
No.
Clearly.
No.
Also, can we make Mira immortal then?
Oh yeah, just assume that they're a package deal.
I didn't think she was immortal.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think that's much of a spoiler, guys.
They can be cutesy forever. I don't think it's a spoiler either. Because, like, again, like, I remember that, like, he got his ear sliced and then it got... So I
Just
remember...
assume that they're a package deal and everything.
Okay. That's fine. I'm happy.
So yes, they cannot use false names. They can SCHLORP, and
they can give knowledge without SCHLORPing.
They can give knowledge without SCHLORPing. The person who the demon has given the recipe for the secret formula, and he has given it exclusively to Misa, who is the person who asked for it. So hopefully that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Misa seems like a nice guy. Mm-hmm. And like a trustworthy guy.
Yeah, it seems great. It seems great.
I think I don't think Misa's gonna abuse the power.
No, Misa's a good dude. Like, we haven't seen anything that says Misa's a bad dude. Like, Misa's just like doing his thing. And we respect it.
Well, it's like, I find it interesting because, like, Misa was, like, such a background character in the whole show, so I'm kind of like, oh, he just seems cool. And then now you're like, oh, he's actually, like, super important.
Yeah, he's like the guy.
The guy, not Marquita Lafayette, whatever the fuck he's doing.
He's in jail. That's all we know.
No, but I don't get why he's godlike, unless, like, he was just kind of like, Lafayette is kind of like the demon. He was kind of like, what happens?
Basically, yeah. It's like, hey...
That's why the demon liked him? Oh my god, it makes sense.
You ever just be around for a couple hundred years ago? Like, I think I'd start a cult now. What else are you going to do? You've been around for 200 years.
Well, that's what happened. No, I can't. Folks. I was about to give a reference, but I can't.
Oh.
Because you haven't seen the second season of The Umbrella Academy.
Oh, no, I haven't.
So I can't.
Yay.
You're terrible.
I'm awful. The worst.
And I watched that show after you, and I'm ahead of you.
Yeah, I know.
You're the worst.
I am. Thank you. So after the... Thank you. So the morning after the ritual, people got varying opinions.
What are you thinking, Misa? You're not going to share this knowledge?
That's true. I have given this much...
Wait, Misa knows it.
Misa knows it.
I
thought Lafayette...
Nobody else must ever know its secret.
There is a great sadness, I fear, somewhere in this endless future amidst all
the
joys
baby?
I know will come my way.
You know the baby.
I do know the baby.
My instincts are telling me there is a great truth in the choices
Kid is old.
Why did they make the kid drink the immortal juice?
This world will not withstand the weight of so many of us.
I support my brother's decision.
Oh.
Yes, and I will follow Misa's choice as well.
So Misa's French.
It will always be possible to share this knowledge at a later time. I think the only proof...
If May says it's right, then so do I.
It's Misa's
So it's devil juice.
Misa is correct.
I ask to abstain from deciding.
And when will you make your choice?
Oh, perhaps in a century or two. Whenever. I don't think it will ever be too late.
Why is Lafayette considered like the god and not Misa who knows how to make a formula?
Brothers. Then it is decided that for
not
the
about what she
time
knows, but what you do with
all
it.
knowledge concerning the
But
Grand
Lafayette doesn't know
Panacea
anything, it sounds
will
like.
remain solely with me.
But he's still immortal.
So it's Misa. How old is Misa?
Misa has kind of made a decision that, like, he doesn't want to share out. He doesn't want to give everyone the information to how to make the secret formula. Like, it's like very delicate and sensitive and like important information. You just don't want to go throwing that out to anybody willy-nilly.
Fair.
Sillard is not happy about that because he wants to know how to make the secret formula. So then most people seem to agree with Misa instead of Sillard. So Elmer, who's just a happy-go-lucky guy, he kind of supports Misa. A lot of others do the same. And Huey Laforet, or Marquis de Lafayette, he
doesn't care.
He's kind of a prick in like a very smug way.
I like him.
He's like, yeah, he chooses to abstain from voting. He's like this is a big decision. I don't want to make it. We should just like wait. He's like we could literally wait 100 years to make this decision. Like, why do we have to make it right now?
Fair.
So he abstains from voting.
I guess so. Maybe a question asked at the end. I'm just thinking about it right now, and I'm worried I'm gonna forget.
What?
So they're like full immortal, so like they will never age, and then how do you become half immortal? Where like you age but you don't get
that I think I can give this information away. Well, I think we'll get there. So like it's more of an inference, but it's so you know how Misa gives Greto half of the secret formula?
Yeah.
So it's that, like, using, if you make only the half without knowing the other half, you get partial results.
If you make the other half and you drink the other half, can you become full immortal then?
I don't know if you can do it in 2 parts, but I don't think that's stated. But like,
okay,
yeah. But if you only use like basically half the recipe, you get half immortal.
Only only half a decent Krabby Patty.
Half a decent, which at that point, what's the point? How old are all of them? 7?
No, don't kill her. She seems nice. No. What about the guy? No, they seem cute.
So, and then we kind of get some flashes around again where we see Sylvie is walking around later at night, and somebody slams her against the wall. So that sounds like fun. She may in fact get schlorped. But earlier than that, before somebody almost gets schlorped, we have a conversation between Misa and Greto.
There is great danger. Not only will it
I like
sow
Misa,
discord
so
among
I'm with him
enemies,
how it's knowledge.
but also among people who love each other very much.
Brother, what do you mean?
Should we tell him?
The truth is that I am conflicted.
So what's the monster? But
I'm afraid
wait.
that I may be forced to devour Zealot. And so, Great, I think it would be a wise decision for me to share half of this knowledge with my brother. When you meet someone whom you trust, a truly good person, do not hesitate to come to me.
I don't think it's Highlander. It's like the quickening,
Please, it's
which is
too
in
much
Highlander.
for me to bear.
Your heart is pure. This is our fate.
We never met the brother.
Hope nothing bad happens to him.
What?
What?
I'm just concerned because his girlfriend, I'm assuming, is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Is he not going to want to? Is he? Once he finds her corpse, is he going to be like, who wants to live forever?
What a great question. Somebody should write a song about that.
That song always makes me cry. It's such a good song. And I have it on vinyl now.
He is not quite sure if he did the right thing, because having this much knowledge and this much power only makes people fight about it.
True.
And he's right. And so he's worried that he might have to kill Sillard because, like, Sillard, obviously, he wants that formular.
Mm-hmm.
He transfers half of the elixir's recipe to Greto. So it sounds like he doesn't hold on to all of it. He takes half of it and just goes, here you go.
Oh, and that's how that guy got, like, half of the juice.
Yes. Yeah.
Because spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. Somebody's not making it out of here, and it's the guy with the name who isn't in the opening credits.
Well, Sylvie isn't either.
No, but as far as those folks go, so later on, Misa kind of goes to Sillard's room, because he wants to. He's like, this guy can't be trusted. We got to take care of this guy. I'm gonna schlorp him before anything bad happens.
Right.
Don't do it, Misa.
I have no other choice.
But you must not be the one who starts it.
He can't be trusted.
Smile, Misa.
Who's
With
that?
all eternity before
Just a
and
guy.
even
I
the
just
old
like
man
him.
might
He seems
change.
nice.
He seems very nice.
Is that Isaac's dad?
What is this?
Gasp!
Who would have
Betrayal.
thought
Elmer comes in and is like, hey, like, things might turn bad, but you can't be the one to kill somebody first. Like, it's not good. Like, that's a bad move. Like, you shouldn't do that. But, you know, it's kind of all for naught because Sillard isn't actually in bed. It's all a disguise. It's all a ruse because Sillard is out there schlorping folks.
He's going to be the first one to schlorp.
Yeah. So we get kind of flashes between two different things.
Oh, yes. I can see why he was so taken with you.
Yikes. Gross.
Understand?
Stop! I beg you, Sailor, please don't do it!
I'm happy. Everyone's knowledge, everyone's feelings,
Wait.
everyone's desires. There is no limit to what I want to know in this life.
He likes to talk.
So
He does like to talk.
you took him.
You can curse your fate for having been born that man's younger brother.
Oh, no.
Do not worry.
Oh.
Yeah. No!
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Poor Greto got schlorped.
I'm like feeling.
Misa,
About Misa.
Oh, poor Misa.
enough, Elmer. Let us find Zillard.
But basically, Sillard is able to get Greto and SCHLORP him. So, rip Miza's brother.
He dead.
He dead. He now so he had half of the secret formula, and now Sillard has half the secret formula,
which is whatever.
Which is like problematic, but like not the end of the world,
right?
But we'll see.
I was telling you how Fiero's like full immortal because he's got the. But then how does Christian Bale? So is Christian Bale not full immortal then?
Christian Bale?
Yeah.
I mean, the implication that he is.
But like it sounded like the guy only made half of the secret formula.
No, the stuff in the like the booze box, like that's like the real stuff.
So the guy ended up making the full stuff.
Yeah, so it's the implication that like the 200 years between this and then is this guy trying to figure out how to make the full thing. Yes.
Okay.
So anyway, after Sillard gets Greto, he goes after Sylvie.
Why does he go after Sylvie?
Not really sure. He's kind of
a dick.
He kind of makes the comment that he's
does he feel
it's
bad?
Like kind of insatiable. No, that he wants to consume more.
I either thought he was a dick or he just felt bad. Like, sorry, I killed your lover. Let's have you join him.
Yeah, he's hangry. I would say he's hangry more than anything.
Right.
He wants to eat.
But he just so basically he became immortal. One of the secret formula. Miza's like no.
Yeah.
And then he was like, but then I guess saw that Miza gave his brother half of the.
Yeah.
So he didn't give his brother the full information.
No, they split it up, so now it's split between two people.
So Miza doesn't have all the information.
No, he only has half and half. So that way it's because that way it's one person who can't have all the power.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so then, how do other people become immortal then later on? If
that's a great question.
I'm so confused now.
Great question.
I always thought like Miza was gonna like tell Fiero how to become like the formula, but if he doesn't even know the whole formula,
yeah,
how's he gonna make it? And he said he was full immortal, so that means he has a full secret formula.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that?
We'll get to it.
Okay.
Just not today.
Okay.
You didn't drink.
Nice.
Nice.
Damn you. We were dead.
Wait, who's that?
Just a guy.
And why did his arm fall off?
Because he shot it up.
Oh.
There. Come on and smile for me. No, I guess not. Well, I'm off to show that old man Zillard.
Show him? What could you possibly show that evil bastard?
That there's another way.
Which is?
Elmer?
No.
Elmer Fudd. He's hunting rabbits.
But we actually find out when Sillard goes to SCHLORP, Sylvie, she never actually drank the secret formula.
Nope.
So she's not immortal, so she can't get SCHLORPed.
Mazel tov.
So that's great. So he kind of runs off.
Well, he gets his hand shot off, and then back together.
Oh yeah, because who's that guy? Was that
that guy with the face?
Oh my gosh, who was that guy? Denkuro? That was Denkuro.
Sure.
So yes, Denkuro was like, Sillard, you done hecked up, and then kind of goes after him. Sillard kind of escapes, and
then other people
go and everything, and it basically goes to the top of the ship. And
Elmer Fudd's with them. He's hunting wabbits.
Elmer Fudd is there to hunt wabbits and also smiles. It's
like he's kind of adorable, but like time and place.
Time and place. He's very terrible at time and place because Sylvie like just lost her love and like almost got like SCHLORPed. And he's like, hey, why don't you smile? How about we don't?
And it's not like a creepy. It's not like that thing of like when you're like in a store and the guy's just like, hey,
dollface, why don't you smile?
Why is that? It's like it's like a genuine like trying to make her feel better.
He wants people to be happy, and like that's
I didn't get that creepy vibe because like I always the creepy vibe of like when somebody asked me to smile. Mm-hmm. Like with that, it wasn't. I felt like he was trying to be nice. Mm-hmm. Time and place, people. But I appreciate it. What? What? Oh, what? Again, what does that do? Why? Is this...
Eat him. I know he doesn't because he's obviously there like 200 years later, but whatever.
But he was immortal before he drank the thing.
What a strange way to get the old man's attention.
What?
You are most unusual.
What?
Fascinating. I will grant you one wish.
What?
Like an Arabian genie?
Yes.
I thought I could change his mind. Sylvie, I know you don't want to. But please try to smile. Be happy, Sylvie.
Elmer, read the room. Her lover just got schlorped.
I appreciate
There
the
was no other possibility.
kindness of trying.
He's trying.
God bless him, he's failing.
Yeah.
So that's why. But still, that doesn't mean I have to give up on you.
Although now they're gonna be a thing.
Oh. Well, the drama happening more than Advenna and Avis.
I'm still like, oh, what?
Oh, what?
What?
What? So yeah, which is also funny time and place because Elmer he's trying to like get Scylla to like stop doing what he's doing. So he starts doing a handstand.
Yeah,
And just being like, hey, look, you don't have to do this. And he's just like silly and weird. And then he falls off the ship. And then Scylla, after a scuffle, ends up falling off this ship. I think he gets cut in half first, which I didn't realize. I missed that part where he gets cut in half. But then we go back to Elmer, who's like drowning in the sea. And
not drowning in the sea.
He'll be okay. And the demon kind of shows up and starts talking to him. And basically is like, tells Elmer like, you're a weird guy, but I kind of like you. He's like, I'll give you one wish. And Elmer's like, okay. So he makes a wish. We don't know what that wish is.
Okay.
So yeah, Cylinder's officially gone. And
gone for now.
Gone for now. Yes. So kind of later on, we have a conversation between Huey Laforet and the demon.
I never foresaw it starting this quickly. It disturbs me that it looks like I am to blame, but the human race is greedy.
Why are you speaking with me?
Because you were there. We are both detached observers. We might as well try to get along with each other.
I'm just in interested parties, that is all.
Birds of a feather, as they say.
What are you saying?
Nothing at all. You might call it sentiment.
It sounds as if you expected something from us.
In time, perhaps.
Is that...
After all, we're going to be together for a long while.
What?
We'll meet each other again.
What?
To be sure.
What?
And so the demon's like, it's such an interesting conversation here because I feel like the demon never intended for bad things to happen. Like usually like forces like that will be like, oh, here's power. So it messes you all up. It seems like the demon was like, just wanted to do something and didn't expect it to get that ugly that quickly.
Right.
So he's like, I didn't really think that it was going to get that bad. And so, it's not great. So it says here, demon further admits to some disturbance at the thought that he is to blame for the incident. Though he also remarks on the apparent proof of humankind's greed. So he's like, I tried to do something nice for y'all. And you went around and you messed it up. This is why you can't have nice things. And
he's not wrong.
Yeah, and Marquis de Lafayette kind of remarks.
Did you mean to say Huey Laforet?
Huey Laforet. I think I said like two different things at the same time.
I said Marquis de Lafayette.
Marquis de Lafayette. Yeah, that guy. He kind of asks why the demon's speaking to him, and he says that they are both kind of detached observers. So that's like the vibe that they get.
But somehow Lafayette becomes a god at one point, or a cult leader.
A cult leader. Yeah. So the demon says this was certain going to be the time, but refuses to elaborate and brushes off the remark as a sentiment. So I guess he had some plans or like thought things were going to go better this time, but not quite. And then we kind of head towards we kind of get some shots of the future. So we kind of see some clips of what people are up to. So Maiza, we see like Maiza and Fira at the haberdashery. we see kind of Ches on the Flying Pussyfoot. And we see a couple other people because we see Sylvie, who's singing at a speakeasy.
So I guess she drank it eventually.
She did save her thing. So she saved it. And
probably drank it.
Yeah, probably drank it. And there was another fella who's doing something, and I forget who he was, but
it wasn't Elmer?
It wasn't Elmer.
Okay.
No. And that other guy that we thought that looked like Elmer is not Elmer.
Okay.
It's a fellow by the name of Ronnie Schiato.
Okay.
Then, other than brushing away the sparks that
Is
fly
that-
at us, you want us to stay out of it. Is that it?
Some of these people look alike, not gonna lie.
Yeah. It's a big cast, and it...
Is that Elmer Fudd?
No.
You sure?
Now, Misa, I can sense the presence of Zillard looming very near to us already. Do you not sense it as well?
What's next on Baccano?
No matter.
And so we get a final scene of just like Misa talking about what's going down in New York City and kind of comparing, talking about the families and stuff.
Great.
So, and the fellow that he's talking to, Ronnie, makes some interesting remarks. He thinks to himself, he wonders whether Misa truly cannot sense Sillard's ever nearer presence, and he shrugs off a final, well, no matter, invoking the demon's pet phrase. So, interesting.
Wait, so he never knows where that guy is?
What? Who knows? What?
Misa never knows where, what's his name?
Sillard?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like they've part ways a while back, and they don't really.
It sounds like
cross
they parted
paths.
ways when he got sliced in half.
Yeah, that would tend to make you go in opposite
Well,
directions.
they're both in New York.
Yes. Oh yeah.
And they can't sense it, but you can't. So you can't sense an immortal.
No. Just
you can only sense an immortal when you try to say your name and you can't lie.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Exactly. So what you think of this episode, Dara?
I liked it.
Yes. Elaborate, please.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by possibly getting old. Anyway, thought I had a gray hair.
If only we had the secret formula.
I mean, hair coloring?
That's true. That is also a formula that you could use there.
Well, we got some stuff answered.
Yeah.
Like how immortals became immortal, some of them. I don't know how other people became immortal. I just know about this, like, one group.
Mm-hmm.
I still have I might have more questions.
Oh, yeah.
Like, can immortals have kids, and do they become immortal eventually? Because, like, I thought Elmer kind of looked and reminded me of Isaac, so I'm like, is that, like, a descendant?
Right.
Is that, like, a thing? Is that why Isaac's immortal and probably doesn't know it?
No. I would say no for that one.
Okay. What was the other question? Sylvie's somewhere. I don't know where.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I did find interesting that, like, Misa, who's just been a background character, is, like, very much apparently probably the most important one. I still wonder how everybody else became immortal.
Yeah. It's a great question that we don't know yet.
Like other, like, people, like, who else is immortal? Because it feels like a lot of people are immortal and then, like, nobody's immortal.
Right.
So it's Misa, like, so not on the ship, but, like, everybody who's immortal. Misa, Fierro, Dodger, Christian Bale, Isaac, Mira.
Mm-hmm.
None of Jacuzzi's gang. Maybe.
Correct.
None of them?
None of them.
Okay. Who else? The Lafayette's, the one girl.
Shanae?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's immortal?
No.
Or no, not immortal, but she's related to Lafayette.
She's related, yes. Correct. We just don't know
But not immortal.
who, what, when, where, why.
I know
how.
Lad's not immortal.
No.
Dallas might be part immortal.
Yes.
Okay. So we've got, like, 8 immortals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
But
It's fun.
and we know probably about, like, how half of them became immortal.
Right.
They're freaking old.
Because they old.
They old. Why is a 12-year-old immortal?
Um,
I'm really upset about that.
He drank his juice.
That poor.
He could have had his veggies, which help you grow up to be big and strong. The juice just keeps you small and feeble.
Well, as long as because that's the issue, is that, like, you can never, like, do anything.
Yeah.
Because you're 12, and then also, like, if you want to do something, you probably do something with, like, somebody who looks like your age, and that's an incredible stranger danger thing.
Yes, stranger danger.
And I don't think he wants to do that, so
That's
poor
not-
him. I mean, maybe he can, like, go on to, like, some stilts one time and, like, go up to a lady and be like,
Hey, lady.
hey, lady, can I lose my virginity to you?
No.
not 12.
This poor kid.
He's not 12. He's like 200.
Poor Ches. I feel so bad for him. And you don't even know why you should feel bad for him yet.
I mean, I know that head blown off at one point.
Yeah, it's a...
No, I already feel bad for him because he's a 12-year-old immortal.
It gets worse.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Poor guy. But yes, so that is that episode. Well, I'm glad you liked it. I was hoping you liked that one because I knew that one didn't jump around as much. So
or at all, barely
at all. Just more like.
But are we gonna meet the other people who were like on the ship? That because it sounds like I said like this with Sylvie. It looks like she's in New York.
Right. Probably if the show was longer.
I thought it didn't get canceled.
No. It had one season. They just decided not to make more of it. So like the story is contained, but like there's still more content they could have made.
Oh.
Yeah. Alas. So it goes. But anyway, I'm just reading here. I answered questions. What was Elmer's wish?
Was it to get Sylvie? Because I feel like he kind of likes her.
No.
Okay.
No, I think he's just a.
He seems nice, but like I question people in shows in general.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yes, and so that was that. So it all started, in fact, aboard the Advenna Avis. But we have to get back to the 1930s and party.
Oh, so this episode didn't matter right now.
It gave an important context of why everything is the way it is.
But it doesn't matter at this point.
But like we still, there's a whole flying pussy we got to worry about.
That's fair.
So anyway, if you are good, I think we're going to take a break and then come back and we're going to talk about the next episode, which I definitely forgot the name of. Episode 8, Isaac and Miri unintentionally spread happiness around them.
Hooray!
Stay tuned.
No. That made sense, right?
We got some answers.
Like 7?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding, we did. Is that episode 8? Yeah. But like, there's definitely like new characters that got introduced, but one of them looked like Sylvie.
Yes.
I don't know why Mize is not a god, but his brother's dead.
That's true.
He got SCHLORPed.
Okay.
Is that the correct term?
That's the term I'm using. Mm. So people are into that.
Guys, eventually gotta have like a dinner thing with us, like dinner and a movie. We'll do that. I'm not doing a mukbang because that sounds like a horrible universe that was popular at one point, and I don't want to go back to. Yeah. Ever. Go back to my numbers ever there. Baccano. Do I find anybody who's gonna be dating or married?
They will never find that out.
They could be married.
Well, they have different last names.
Why does she need to take his last name?
Oh, that's true. That's on me.
We'll be in the 30s.